Well, I'm back out here in my shop. It has been a long time since I've been able to come out to my shop to do anything. And y'all know when I moved from deep south over to here, I just had to bring stuff and just pile it in the shop, you know. And so I'm gradually trying to, every so often when I get time, is to come in and try to organize stuff. Well, when Mr. Keith brought down the other Cub tractor, he brought a bunch of other things with that tractor whenever I purchased it from him. And one of the things is right behind Ms. Wanda here, which has been the biggest blessing I think I'm going to ever have in my life right now. And I just want to say thank you, Keith, for thinking of me and bringing this stuff down here to me. Now, what it is, Keith brought this nut and bolt bin down, and it already had the stickers on it for the different size bolts and nuts and washers and everything like that. And so it already had some in it, but they were all mixed up and everything. So I emptied this whole thing out, and I've been sitting here in my spare time going through everything, measuring everything, putting everything in the individual shelves where it's supposed to be at. Then I went through all of my nuts and bolts that I had stored in the shop right here, and I brought them over here, and I separated all them out. So now
his hands is going to get chopped off if he goes to the hardware store.
If I have to go back to a hardware store and buy a bolt or a nut or a washer. Now, not every size is here. Now, don't get me wrong, not every, because up here I have bins. You know, I've got like these 7/16 bolts here. There's not a place down here to put them. And then I have a bunch of fine thread stuff, like these big old bolts like this and big castle nuts and things. I put every fine thread thing I had in this right here till I get enough things to separate them out with. And then the other one here, Joey will know what these are from JT West. These are the big 3/4 inch bolts that goes to hold in all your plows and stuff like that. I have them all separated up here. And hopefully, now when I bring the new old Cub in here to start rebuilding it, I won't have to be going to town every other day buying bolts and nuts and stuff. And see, there's actually something else I have going on. I don't have it here. I have something I can show you. When I rebuild these Cubs, I go back with all the square nuts and everything. Now, every time I go to town in the hardware stores, I go back and look and see if they've got any new nuts in stock. And if they do, that one nut right there, that 7/16 nut, is almost $2. I'll go by and pick up a few of them, and I'll bring them and put them in here. I'll give you, for instance, here's one right here. See this 1/2 inch one right here? That right there, well, ain't half, that's 3/4, I think. I don't want to lie to you. It is. This is 3/4. What's wrong, Ben? This 3/4 one right here, nut, to go on that Farmall tractor is like $6. And I try to put all the original square nuts back on it. And the reason is I can take a crescent wrench and I can work on that whole tractor with one crescent wrench. You know, that's the reason why I do it. So, but I save all the, anytime I tear anything apart and there's a square nut on it, I tap it out, clean it up. I have in the barn up yonder, I have a big container that has all these little bins in it, and I have square nuts in there from 1/4 inch all the way up to 3/4 inch square nuts, and I have lots of them in it for all of them. So that when I bring that tractor in here and I go to start tearing it down and breaking it all to pieces, and I go to put it back together, everything goes back as original as possible. Now this right here, you'll learn if you have a Cub tractor and you have a number 22 sickle bar. This right here is your Pitman arms. These are cut out of oak. This one right here is one that was on it. That thing, I don't know, it must be white pine or something. I don't know what it is, but it don't weigh nothing. But I use it as a pattern because every year or a year and a half, something like that, I break one of these pitman arms after I cut this all these acres and acres and acres of fields out here. One of these pitman arms will break. And all of them have been old because the tractor came with some pitman arms with it, and all of them are old. So I'm making new ones, and I went ahead when I set my equipment up to cut them, I just went ahead and cut 3 of them. And then I'll put this one on here and put it on the drill press, which is right here behind me, and I'll drill it out. And I'll store all these in the barn up yonder with the rest of my Cub implement parts. Guys, this is the side that'll scare you to death right here. This is when we moved from Deep South Homestead over here. I just brought stuff and just started throwing it in here. I didn't have nowhere to put nothing. Nothing's been wired hardly. No wood on the walls. All the studs ain't up.
No lights.
No. Well, there's lights in one part of it right here.
Yeah, one part.
Just enough to be able to see to get in the front door to get here. The double doors that goes right here is not in. We do have the attic stairwell in now, and I have stuff stacked up right here. All this stuff goes up into the attic up there. It's just that I take one thing at a time, and I just work on something one thing at a time. I'm not.
And the attic.
And the attic, there's an attic on both sides of it.
Has junk there, and this side doesn't have as much, does it?
No, this side doesn't have as much on it.
It's got some right there, but
yeah,
overall, not too much up there.
Not too much up there, but then we keep, you know, we put the big beam in here. Y'all saw that. We got this here. When I go to work on the farm-all tractor, I'll roll this thing across here. I can hoist the tractor up. I can hold it. I can tear it apart. I can roll stuff back out of the way. It's really nice. I love it. You can go all the way over here, or you can go. I love it. And then I also have all kinds of systems like this right here. I bought this. This is a 3-hook system. I can hook it into that chain. I can hook it in 3 different places on the tractor, and I can pick the whole tractor up off the ground. You know what I mean? So it's not a big issue.
And you got those 2 bins on each side, pretty much.
These 2 I brought from Deep South over here. I've got them kind of halfway organized. Then I have my real big drill press. It's back behind the lumber right here. I haven't had to have it very often. I use that small one for most everything right now.
And the lumber's for door casings and stuff in the house?
Yep, for the door casings and stuff in the camp house. Of course, this here's got to be brought back over here. This I keep in the. I keep this out here in the shop. This is my. I don't know if this is a 92 or 93 plow. I don't remember. I built that little dolly thing to roll it around on because it's too heavy. Now, Chris can pick it up and walk off with it, but I'm done past that age, you know. So I put it on a dolly, and hopefully one day I'll be able to get another building just for tractor stuff like that, because I don't want to sit it out in the weather after I spent so much time rebuilding it. You know, I mean, it's just crazy to do that. You know, one day I do hope to have all this organized. You know, I always tell Wanda, it's just weird how this works out. I tell her, I say, when it rains, I'll go out to the shop and I'll do some organizing in the shop on rainy days. We don't ever have no rainy days. We had one this week. And I came out here and I worked in the shop, and then I made myself today. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to go out here today. Now, I did do other things. Don't get me wrong. We did go around the property and do other things, but I finally come to a point. I said, I'm getting tired. I just come here in the shop and I sit down and I just start going through stuff.